One of the surprises of initiating a one-to-one program was how much individual teachers might be accustomed and very happy with the way they're already doing things and unwilling to change.
Because the teachers had a lot of fear of introducing something into their classrooms that no longer they would be the master of the universe with that iPad. They knew instinctively that all of their students would know much more about this device that was being introduced into their classroom.
Teachers are pretty autonomous, and so if they're not psychologically on board and philosophically on board, it's really hard to control what happens in individual classrooms.
Definitely identify your teacher leaders, the teachers that have the respected, wise voice that the other teachers look to, and really get those teachers on board.
Identifying those faculty who were really ready to go forward and who wanted to pioneer, and really supporting them, making it possible for them to innovate and use their classrooms as a lab. Because what that is, number one, you keep them on your faculty. You keep them part of the process, and then they also start doing these exciting things that other faculty can look at.
I think it's important to grow the mindset of the community in small steps. One of the ways that I think is very crucial to that is having the faculty feel safe with technology. And what I mean by that isn't necessarily that everything works all the time, but that they know that there are people out there to help them.
When I first started with an iPad, the tendency is to use it when it just doesn't make sense just because it's there. So moving from, I have this and how am I going to cram it into what I'm doing, to how am I going to make it an enriched experience. That was a big challenge.
In the classroom, I really talk to the kids and really front load to have patience. Patience with the device, patience with themselves, patience with me, patience with our school's infrastructure, because it's not always going to work perfectly every time. I
try to work with an individual teacher and say, where are you today? What would you like to do this week or this month or this unit or whatever unit of measurement makes sense for that teacher, and have a success early on.
Even as adults, we recognize that all of us learn in different ways. And so for some teachers, it was fine to sit in a large group setting and doing professional development with tech. And for other teachers, they literally needed the hand-holding.
What we have found is that when a child has his or her own device, it gives us a lot of control over exactly what kind of content, how easily they'll be able to access content. It's enabled teachers to more effectively flip the classroom.
And the teacher who feels like the complete novice, they will be supported no matter what. And that, to me, has been a big part of our program being successful, because people get so excited for each other. And then they want to know, how did you do that? And then they think, oh, I could apply that here, or I could do this in unit here. And that's where the fire keeps going.
But I think at the beginning, as an administrator, you have to be selling and persuading and encouraging and not just demanding and enforcing. So you need to have everyone's hearts before you can, hearts and minds.